What's up, guys? Playing some rapid chess on chess.com and explaining the thought process as usual. Now, before we start, I have to give you an update on the brilliant move counter. So if you look over there to the right above my head on the, like above here, it says 8. I think last time it said 3. So the reason I've updated it is I've been playing some speed chess games just throughout the week from the last time I streamed until now. And I ended up getting 5 brilliant moves. So I'm going to show you guys those 5 moves right now, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to find them yourself. Okay? So people should be joining the stream now and hopping into the chat here in just a second. Yep, there we go. I see some people. Hey, Alan, how you doing? So this is the first one. Okay, I'm playing with white, and I'll just back up a couple of moves so you can see what has happened here. So I play queen e6, which apparently was a blunder. My opponent goes check. I move over. My opponent plays a bad move with rook f8. And now I played c5. I'm trapping the bishop here. Bishop has nowhere to go to. But my opponent counterattacks my queen. All right. White to play. What's the brilliant move for white? See if you guys can find it. Hey, Ryan. Hey, Jackson. We the Rabble, hey. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here. You turn on the viewer count. All right. Does anybody see the brilliant move for white? White to play. White to play. All right. If you had a chance to look at that, if not, go ahead and pause the live stream and think through that. The move is ignoring this and capturing the bishop. So why are we giving up our queen? Well, the reason is because after they take my queen, which they did, I recapture and I now have 2 pawns threatening to go down the board. And you can take one of them right away with the pawn or with the queen, but then I'm going to push and you have no way to stop me from getting a queen because my rook is supporting this, right? Even if you took here with the queen, same thing. I'm going to push. You can bring your king, but it doesn't help. You can bring your queen, but it doesn't help. There's nothing for black to do. So that's the idea. They tried to go for some checks, but eventually I was able to get away from the checks, got a new queen, get away from the checks again, and I won. All right, cool. So that's the first one. I just wanted to show you guys. Let's jump to the next one. I'm going to close this. Okay, here was the next position. I'll back up a couple moves so you can kind of track with what's happening. So I am up material. I played queen e6 check. They moved. I played a4. I'm just pushing my pass pawn here. Rook a8. Queen to d7. I'm threatening the knight. 2 attackers, only 1 defender. So black defends. White to play. Brilliant move right here for white. What did I play? All right, if you had a chance to look at that, the move is rook takes e7 anyway. Even though it's defended, it sets up the fork on d5, where I'm going to get my rook back, and then I'm going to still have the pawn. It's important that I'm not getting back rank checkmated here. My king does have an escape square, so that's one little detail. But after the king moves, I just take the rook, and now I'm winning. So there you go. Nice little rook sacrifice. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, so let me back up a couple of moves so you can see what's going on. So I brought my knight in, attacking the queen. They checked me. I played king f3, which apparently was the wrong square to go to. Black obviously made a mistake as well, so everybody's kind of messing up here. Captured on f5. They took on c2. I jumped my knight in. Oh, again, not a good move. They played king h8. And this is where I had the brilliant move. What did I play? This one is like, I don't feel like this one's as brilliant as the other ones, but chess.com still labels it brilliant, so I'll show you anyway. All right, if you had a chance to pause and think about it, queen takes g5. Brilliant. Why? Because my rook is now undefended. I'm giving the rook for free. They didn't take it, but if they would have taken it, this is actually checkmate. So that's the idea. So that gets the brilliant. They played f6. I played queen h6. The game went on. Some stuff happened, and I don't remember, but I think I won. Anyway, next one. All right. Again, give you the context. So I played bishop g2. They captured. I recaptured, and they played d5. White to play. What's the brilliant move for white in this position? All right, if you had a chance to pause and think about it. Rook takes d5. Why? I'm just giving up my rook for free, right? I'm setting up the discovered attack here with my bishop. So I just play knight to f6 check. And I'm going to take this back. And even though my queen is going to be in danger, this move happens with check. So I have time to save my queen. So pretty nice one there. They played here. I went queen g4 check with another fork. And after this, they resigned. That was a pretty good one. All right. Last brilliant move. This is the position. I'll show you what was going on. So I played knight to d4, forking these pieces. Of course, if black decides to take, which they did, it opens up their king for the rook coming over. King d8. I brought my queen in, and here black blunders. They play the move d3. Why is it a blunder? Why is it a blunder? White to play. What's the move? Someone said it in the chat. Very good. Rook e8. And they resigned immediately because it's basically a checkmate, okay, with the queen and the rook, except that it can get captured by the queen. The problem is the queen was guarding this square. And since it's not, this is now checkmate. So that's the idea. Really nice move. Apparently, black could have still saved the position if they brought their bishop back because they blocked my queen from getting there, right? And so then the king can, I don't know, run away and the game goes on. But they didn't see it. All right, congratulations if you guys found some brilliant moves. So that's why we have 8 brilliant moves so far this year. And I'm going to close these tabs now. And we will jump into some games and we'll see if we can get some more brilliant moves. All right, here we go. And we're going to try to get to 2,400. Lost some points last time. Okay. Playing at 2,279. Should I continue? I've been having pretty good success, I feel like, with this elephant gambit style opening. I think I'm going to stick with it for now. So we'll play d5, elephant gambit. This is the classic elephant gambit. Against this one, I don't know. I guess we should just take it. Take it and attack the knight, and then maybe play here. I think this is what I usually do. f4 right away. For some reason, I don't know if that's a great move. Is it? Okay, if I take and they take this way, I'm happy to trade queens. I like that position. If they take this way, I don't really know what's going on. I think I might just play knight f6 and castle. I mean, yeah, they could go here and attack me, but I'll just be able to castle and we get the rook to defend. And yep, that's what we're going to do. Okay. Now maybe we attack the knight with this guy. And I'm not worried about the doubled pawns because it's still very early in the game. That's more of an endgame thing. In this game, it's very unlikely to go to an endgame where that's going to be a huge deal. And so I'm not worried about it. Okay. Should I take this with my knight? Pop quiz. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Should I take this with my knight? The answer is no. That's a fork. I do not want to get forked. Okay, so we can't do that. Yeah, I was just thinking if there's some crazy sacrifice, but no, it's a fork and I don't think it's very good for us. So we're not going to do that. Now, we could take with the bishop, because then we're not getting forked. Then it's just a simple attack, and then we jump knight g4. We try to bring the queen out. There's h3, though. The knight's got to go. I mean, that's pretty clear to me. The question is, what's the best way to get rid of it? I mean, maybe we do just take and jump our... I don't know. The h3, though. I don't know what I'm doing after h3. Queen h4 takes, bishop takes, sacrifice everything. It seems risky. It seems, or maybe I should slow down just a little bit. Let's slow down just a little bit. I don't want to panic. I'm just going to bring my queen to e7. I think if the rook is on d8, it opens up a lot of tactics on the queen. Then we could take, right? Because we would have a pin. So that's something to keep an eye on. We played a bullet game 10 months ago when you were rated 1150. You hit 1400 today. Awesome. Yeah, man, you're welcome. Thanks for sharing that. That's great. 1500 is quite an accomplishment. B4. B4. Okay. I think we're going to go here. Now, the only thing that I'm concerned about is if I get forked. If I get forked, he's got 2 protecting. I only have 2 attacking. So unless I have some tactic, I can't do that. But do I have a tactic? If we take, then we would take the bishop. So if we take, they're going to take back. I take back and we lose my bishop. Do I have something there? No. I don't think we can do that. Maybe bishop f5. I got to get the bishop somewhere so I can bring my rook here. He wants to play this. I don't know if that's a problem for me. I don't think it's a problem. Okay, let's get the bishop out. Of course, g4, I mean, it looks too crazy if white does that when their king is there. So I'm just going to assume it's not good for them. b5, I'm planning on jumping my knight over here and hit the bishop. It's a little bit awkward. Oh, they don't do it. Queen a4. So as soon as I see the queen leave like this, I'm starting to think about taking and trying to attack over here with my pieces. But my bishop's going to be under attack, so maybe that's not the ideal thing to do. If we take and jump in with our knight, I don't know if we can get away with that. Maybe. This is a very interesting position. Because on one hand, white's not developed very much. On the other hand, they have this really annoying knight in the center. So I feel like there should be some tactic here to just undermine this, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm just having a hard time making this work here, guys. Okay, maybe I need to just bring some more pieces over. I mean, are they really going to just take this? Is that the idea? Guess they could do that. Huh. I mean, I hate to play this move. Maybe I should. I hate to play it, though. Okay, fine. I don't know. It feels weird. I just went here. It just feels weird to play back there, but it does deal with the threat. I'm not sure. Not sure. Actually, I didn't realize that the bishop was going to be a liability there, so I didn't like all those lines where it was the target. So maybe that was just a mistake last move, and I should have just played it more passive. But I really wasn't expecting queen a4, to be honest with you, so that kind of surprised me. Okay, so he's pushing. I can't go knight a5 anymore, so we have to reroute here, I think. Or take and sack. No, that seems... Well, bishop f4, check. King goes, we know knight g4. No, I don't want to give up a piece. No, let's just go back. Yeah, so bishop e6 or knight e6. I don't want to leave this knight on the back rank for too long. Maybe even c6. Somehow we have to get it off of here. Yeah, probably just here is the easiest. So the rooks are connected. Bishop a3. He wants to trade some stuff. Okay. Fine. Yeah, I'm just going to bring it off the back. And maybe I'll play a6 next, taking advantage of the pin. Now that my rook is defended. Let's see if white's going to make this trade. I would have to decide which way to take. The pawn is actually nice because then the knight has to leave. I think I might be tempted to take with the pawn here. Queen's probably fine too, but yeah, just getting that knight out of there seems really good. Of course, if they don't take, then they can't really develop their knight because then I would take them, right? If they go here. So I think they might take this. Pushing this, I mean, I guess I'll just move my knight somewhere. Actually, where will I move my knight? If I go here, am I getting trapped with H? Wait, what? I literally just said you can't do that. Is it? This is defended. I think they just blundered their bishop. Yeah, they must have forgotten that it needed to be defended. Okay, we got a little lucky there. We got a little lucky. Okay, of course we have to take with the knight so that we can keep the queen defending here. So they will get a pawn, but that's not really enough for a free piece. So we should be in good shape here. Knight b6 could be a nice move to force some more trades. Yeah, knight b6. So knight takes, knight b6, queen b3. I take, they take. In fact, knight b3 here, I could even take here first. If they take me, I take them. They take me, I take their knight. Okay, I'm going to go knight b6. And then I will decide if I want to sack this or not. Because the other alternative is to just take the bishop. Let's think about it. They could throw in a check, but I don't care. Because if they ever take me, I take them. And even if they take here, I still have an extra piece. Yeah, so I think knight takes d4 is good. I think it's good. Make sure I'm not blundering. Yeah, let's go. Because I want to simplify. I want to simplify here. So it's basically just a fancy way to force some more trades and go into an endgame where I'm going to have an extra bishop, which should be enough to win, right? That's the idea. They take me. Okay, so now we can take this one. Or this. Could really do it either way, huh? Maybe this one's even better, actually. Because even though I'm losing the bishop, their knight's, I mean, their bishop's going to be hanging as well. Also, I can do a fork. I'm still going to come out up a piece. And the queen seems very good there, threatening d4. Maybe rook, let's see, rook d8. Trade this and rook e8. I can't go rook e8 now because of the fork. Okay, that's... take the pawn. Check. They're going to go rook d1, threaten this. Because I want to get my bishop out of there so it doesn't get captured. And after rook d1, I think I just want to get my queen away from the discovered attack. So we'll just probably move the queen back to f6. Unless we can try to trade. They wouldn't have to take me, though. Yeah, I'll probably just go back to f6. Definitely expecting rook d1. Yep, there we go. So we'll go queen f6. And our position looks pretty solid now. Ooh, wow. What a move. What a wild and crazy move. I'm tempted to take this. I think I'm going to do it. Because once I get my pawn on g5, that bishop is not going anywhere. And if you try to play g5 first, I'll just take that too. And even though, yes, white's going to have an open file, like their king is also very weak. So we can even just queen d5. Seems pretty desperate from white there. But they're down a piece. So, I mean, I guess they have to do something. Okay, we're catching up on time. When you have a minor piece like this, if you can get a pawn supporting it, that's a very good thing because there's no pawns that can chase this away, right? This pawn has already been moved past. This pawn is not here anymore. And so it's just going to sit there. I mean, a rook doesn't want to take it. The bishop can't attack it. So this is a very good setup. They're attacking me. I'll probably just move. Just not give them the pawn. This is defended. Everything is good. Also, now it stops that. Bishop f5. So they are attacking my bishop now. Okay, but like I was saying, I'm going to just defend it, right? And you can't really do anything with my bishop now. It's just going to sit there for the rest of the game. White's bishop, on the other hand, I have a knight, remember, so I can use my knight to trade that off if I want. But now I need to get the rooks in the game. Now's the time. The rooks have to come over. Queen there. Okay, what's the threat? He wants to sneak in this way. He wants to take me here. Okay, so maybe we just play c6 or ignore it and go for this. Let's see. This is not a threat. That's easy. This is fine. Okay, I mean, I may as well, because now I can sink my knight on d5. May as well not give him a pawn. Good time advantage, so we should be fine there. Yeah, knight d5. Look at knight d5. Look at that. Ooh, what a crazy fork. All right, let's do it. Get rid of the bishop. This is definitely a good time to give up a pawn because it forces a trade, gets me closer to the endgame, gets rid of one of white's most annoying pieces. Okay, they're going to let me go here. Because they take me and I lose my queen. Okay. So I'll just go here and here, I guess, for the rooks. And then probably move the queen off of the pin. So we're threatening knight e3. Yeah, so like queen g7. First, I'm going to get my rook here, though. Okay, that's defended. So I'm not concerned. And, okay, there's the bishop. Let's see, can we do it now? I think so. And it's a fork that's going to force another trade. Also, this is probably going to have to come off as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and make the trade. Let's see. I'll put my king here. So everybody's defended. Okay. This looks very powerful. That doesn't seem very good. We'll take the free pawn. Okay, h5 would threaten this. That's really good. There we go. Pin the queen. Take the queen. Take the pawn. Let's go for the checkmate. So that would have been checkmate. He's trying to run. Let's see. Don't want to stalemate. So let's do this. Don't want to stalemate, so I should actually be careful here. Let's go check. It's not a stalemate. He has a move. Okay, we're good. Let's take the pawn. Okay. Nice. I think pretty good game. Oh, 4 misses. Whoa. I thought it was a good game. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know why game reviews have been taking such a long time lately for me. I feel like every time I've done a game review recently, it's taken a while. Okay, so pretty good game. No brilliant moves, but we were never really in trouble. Okay, great. Let me see. Is there anything we need to review on this one? I think this one was pretty straightforward, right? Yeah. Okay, I want to do a new game. Here we go. Here we go. 2400. Here we come. All right, we are black again against Tal. We're playing against Tal. Uh-oh. Let's see what Tal knows about the elephant gambit. Let's see what Tal knows about it. Ooh, are we going to see a wasp? A wasp variation where you bring out the queen? They have to play bishop c4. And then we could... No, that's not the wasp. See, now it doesn't make sense because the bishop is still defending the pawn, so we're not attacking anything. I think here I have to go here to stop d4 and attack the knight. Because they would love to go here and defend their knight. But now they can't. You could play f4, but that's a weakening move. And my queen is ready to take advantage of it. In fact, bishop c5 would be really annoying for white. So I guess they move here with their knight. Yeah, I guess they're going to go here. But then we just develop. And we have a pretty pleasant game, I believe. Let's see. Knight c4, knight f6, knight b5. Queen can go here. b4 is interesting. Kind of annoying, but it probably isn't a big deal. I could even just go all the way back and chase the knight away then. Okay, yeah, not a huge deal. Just develop. Oh, you know what? I could play bishop c5 to force them to play knight e3, actually. Then we can go knight f6, and if they go here, we have queen e5. Oh, they do play f4. Wow. So what's the deal? They're going to go queen e2? They're going to go queen e2. Uh-huh. Queen e2. I'll probably just play like knight c6. Ah, but they're attacking here also. Okay, no, so I have to play knight f6. Check doesn't do anything though. Queen c4, you can't. Yeah, this doesn't look good for them, right? Ah, queen h5. But I have g6. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I assume they're going to play queen e2. They do. And I'm going to defend my pawn in the center. This looks unpleasant for white. You can't easily develop your bishop now. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that, and I guess I have to go all the way back, huh? I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. Because I can't go here or here because the knights. Queen c4? Oh. Okay. So, okay, hold on. He wants to go here and take my bishop, right? So my options are to take the knight, let him do it, play bishop e6, and then something like knight c6 and play that position. Or queen somewhere, stack the rook. Yeah, let's say queen e7, and then like let's try to attack with bishop g4. If I did play bishop g4, where's the queen going to go? Because the queen's almost trapped. But it has to go to c4. That's actually kind of fascinating. I'm not sure if it's good. What was the alternative I said? I take it and go bishop e6. Let him take, and then we have to deal with this. We play knight c6. Okay, what's my... I mean, do I even have a threat there? Man, it really feels like I should have a good move here. I don't see any good moves. I just don't see any good moves. Okay, we're going to sack the rook. I don't want to play that other position. I would rather play this. I would much rather play this one. And I think I might save this because it doesn't really help me right now. Maybe I'll save that for later. Let's just bring out the knight at the moment. So you have to remember, guys, as long as this knight can't come out and I am able to capture it later, I'm not actually sacrificing an entire rook. I'm only sacrificing the exchange, a rook for a knight. So it's not as bad as it looks, probably. Now, if the knight could come out, that's a different story. But I'm basically counting on getting that knight later. And I'm counting on getting some sort of an attack. Okay, see, this is what I wanted. Now I could play bishop g4. You can't move your queen here, here, here. You have to go here and have e3 or check. That's it. That's what I wanted. They just messed up. Thank you very much. I think we just won. Just like that. Okay. Okay. The problem is they're queen's trapped, right? If you go here, I'm going to take with check and white is done. White is done for. I mean, their position was pretty awkward. They probably had to go like queen c4 or h3, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what they had to do. Hey, welcome. Level 1 member. Thanks. Thomas. It's always nice when you can surprise Tal. Let's say I surprised Tal with a queen. It's sort of a queen trap. It's not actually trapped, but close enough. He's trying to find something, but I don't think there's anything here. It's pretty basic stuff. You got one square, and then I unleash the queen. Unleash the queen. What? What is this? What is this? I mean, I'm not going to overthink it. I'm taking the queen. I'm taking the queen. I'm taking this bishop. Then I'm probably going to castle. Okay, so we're going to get the knight. So what's going to happen? Yeah, basically it's going to be a queen for a rook. It's going to be a queen for a rook after we get this knight. So that's great. That's great news. Not to mention my king is safe and white's king is not safe. Okay. Oh, and there's the resignation. Yeah, I kind of expected that. We did have some mistakes. Let's check this one. Sea Butter. Keep the Capablanca endgame series. Thank you for getting me to 1200, for making my days a little brighter. Hey, you're welcome. Thanks a lot. Appreciate that. Yeah, it seems like enough people are saying that they want to see it that I'll probably do it a little longer. It's just a shame that like it's not getting impressions. And so nobody's watching it because it's like YouTube's not putting it in front of anybody. Okay, our opponent had a brilliant move. All right, so let's see what was going on here. So yeah, knight c3, not a great move. Ah, but instead of queen d4, I'm supposed to go queen e7. Wonder why. Yeah, I totally missed this knight b5. And then, yeah, this was a brilliant move. So they were doing great initially. Stockfish says I should take it. And after queen c4 check. Excuse me. Oh, queen d5. I didn't even think about this move. Is it good for me, though? Knight takes c7? Stockfish wants me to do this? Give up this rook? Yeah, I mean, that doesn't look great either for me. Okay. And then the next choice after taking was queen e7. So I didn't play a bad move. It was just not the top one. And then they blundered right into my trap here with d3. Yep, it's over. Bishop g4. Now, if they would have played d4 right away, that's a different story. Because now if I go here, they have an option with their queen, and I have no way to open up the e-file and get to their king. So d3 was just an awful move. That's what really did it for them. Yeah, and bishop g4, and it's over now. Yep, you just take, and that's it. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next game. Yeah, thank you, Butter, for letting me know. Okay, let's go e4. And what are we going to see here from black? e5. Okay, we've got King's Gambit. All right, guys, what do you want to see? King's Gambit, Danish Gambit, Ponziani, Bishop's Opening. Throw it in the chat. What do you want to see? King's Gambit, Danish Gambit, Ponziani, Bishop's Opening. I see 2 Ponziani. I see a bunch of Ponziani. I see a King's Gambit. Okay, lots of Ponziani. King, a bunch of kings. Bishop. Wow, Scotch Gambit. Okay, it looks like Ponziani's winning. It looks like Ponziani's winning. Let's try a Ponziani. So we're hoping for knight c6. Great. So Ponziani is c3. Okay, here we go. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Okay, awesome. So d4 is the move. We give him this pawn because we're going to push by and then get this pawn back. And there's a really interesting line here. We'll see if black's going to play it. Bishop c5. No. d6. What? Why? Why? We had an opportunity to play some real exciting chess. They play d6. I mean, I guess I just take and be happy with this endgame, but it's like, dude, or I push. I guess pushing is okay too. Man, makes me sad to see that. All right, I'm just going to actually leave the tension here for right now. Just castle. I don't really want to play this endgame, even though it's probably good for me. I want to play something more exciting. I want to play something a bit more exciting. Maybe now I should push. Since he's building the pressure on d4, maybe now's a good time to push by. Then we can get the bishop pair, probably. Let's get the bishop pair. I mean, he doesn't have to take it. He could go back, but I don't know. I don't know if they're going to do that. They do. Oh, wow. So g4. So this knight is coming here. I could see that. Unless I stop it, but then I have to worry about a5. I could try to play this myself. And I would shut down the knight. Let's do it. This is very a positional approach, but I'm trying to plan ahead and just shut this down before they even get a chance to do anything. Okay. So now you're going to go here, and I'm going to play b4. Maybe I'll play b4 right now. No, I think I won't. All right, let's go g4. We got to defend the pawn now. So queen e2 defends the pawn. I'm basically saying, look, after you go here and I play b4, I've got all the space. I've got all the space in the world. And black has like nothing. Now, sometimes when you do this, you're overextending. But I'm thinking I'm not overextending. All right, how about c4? Keep the space. Keep the space. Don't give him anything. Don't give him anything. Okay, 97, B4. I don't know if you can play chess this way, but I'm going to try. B4. At least I'm having fun. That's what counts, right? The rook C8 or queen C7, we just have to make sure that nothing can happen here, but everything's going to be controlled. I mean, look at this. Look at this, guys. Everything is controlled in this file, except for this square, but once I castle, that's good. So he goes for this. It doesn't really do anything. In fact, you have to watch out for this. Okay, I think we castle. I think our king is pretty safe over here. H5, G5, H4, F6. Oh, that's a problem, isn't it? So maybe we don't castle. Okay, hold on. So rook C8. Let me think about this for a minute. The question I'm trying to is where do I put the bishop? Maybe I go with the knight to defend this, and then the bishop to defend the knight. That seems pretty solid. If he tries to play b6, he's got this permanent weakness. All right, let's go. Alternatively, I could put the knight here. Hold on. Yeah, actually, you know what? This one, then we can go to c4 if we need to. I like that. So the bishop's going to go on b2. So everything is controlled. You see that, guys? So the rook has nowhere to invade into my position. That's important. The knight can't come here. The knight can't go here. The bishop is stuck. The bishop is stuck. Pretty good position, I think. Okay, now the question is, what do I do with this good position, right? If I castle, I'm worried about h5. I'm just worried about it because after h5, he's... Oh, I guess I could play knight h2. Okay, okay. I didn't see that before. Knight h2 seems to be okay for me. All right, we'll do it. I mean, it seems like strategically I should be winning, right? Like black is just no space to do anything. But it's not that easy to break through, you know? We got to figure out the details here. Okay, he goes for it. So I'll play knight h2. I don't want to move this pawn because as soon as I move the pawn, he goes here, attacks it again, and I could try to defend, but then f6, and I'm out of options. You guys see that? This way, I could even play f3 if I need to, and I keep this clamp on the position, and the knight has nowhere to go except here, which, okay, I didn't think about that, but doesn't look particularly good. What does he want? He wants to go here or here. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Okay, f4. We don't want to open up the square, I don't think. No, I mean, it opens up my bishop too. But I don't think we want to open up that square for the knight. So, maybe knight here stops the bishop because then we jump in on d6. Yeah, let's put the knight on c4. Let's put the knight on c4. Okay. Knight g5, maybe king g2 just to kind of control some of these squares. This should be defended well enough. So maybe I want to play f... Oh, you know what? Yeah, we could use the h-file actually now. We could do that. Rook h1, double up, triple up maybe even. Get a queen over there somehow. He plays f6. The guy played f6. Okay, I'm gonna try to sink my knight into f5, also clearing the way for the rooks. Take with the queen. Okay, we got the queen. We got the now black. Maybe he's doing the same thing. Maybe that's what they want. Maybe they want to bring their rook over. Ho ho ho! It is. It absolutely is. Okay, let's go. Let's go. But their queen's going to be there. I can actually take it and force the queen to leave, and then I could double up if I want. What a fascinating position. What a fascinating position. Okay, okay, okay. Let's see. Knight here. Bishop here doesn't quite do it. G5. All right, I think I'm going to go here and double up. Force them to trade. And now it's a question of, do I take... I think we take it to rook. So I will have the file. I will have the file. They will not. That's good. This is such a weird position. Maybe I reroute my knight here. Whoa, 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 whoa. My phone is not on silent. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it on silent. Okay. So, all right. This is maybe a problem. Maybe we go with the knight. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get my knight to f5 here. I am attacking this pawn too. Attacking this pawn. I'm threatening to come in here. Because if that bishop leaves, then my queen can actually invade. That looks pretty risky for the black king. Yeah, this is good. My king feels pretty safe here, actually. Feels pretty safe. Okay, he defends the pawn, but you don't really defend against this. Like I said, I'm happy for my queen to come in. Oh, is now the time? Is now the time? Oh, man. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to get that king one way or another, my friends. Bishop f8. How do we get it? How do we get it? Bishop c2. Oh, bishop c2. Oh, bishop c2. Rook takes queen b3. Check. Oh, but wait a second. Oh, he takes my knight? Can you do that? He just took my knight? Okay, I didn't see that one. He's going to get my pawn, but now we can hopefully get at the king. The question is how? Is it g5? Is it rook h7? Is it something else? Well, let's go g5, because if I take here, then we have rook h7. So this is a pretty big deal. Also, I don't know if I would want to push it in any case. I think I just mostly want to take. His queen is tied up guarding this. He has to guard this. His bishop is awful. His knight is misplaced. So this is where we need to make the checkmate happen somehow. Too bad I can't go here. I mean, I'm tempted to even just try this, because that would be amazing if that bishop was on that diagonal instead. But not sure if we have time for that. It seems kind of slow. This is pretty quick, maybe. I don't know. Let's see what black's going to come up with. I mean, what are they going to do? Like, try to bring their knight back in the game? I take, they take. I take with check. They take here, we win the queen. If they try to run, I guess we go here and win. Do we win? Maybe here. Wow, this is crazy. So also, I could also just go here at that moment. Okay, they go rook g8, so they're trying to be able to meet that with that. But, oh, wait a second. That's an awful move, right? That's an awful move. Well, then they have that. Okay, so I should probably just take it. Now let's just take that thing. Just take that thing. Okay, this should like be a mating net of some sort. Should definitely be a mating net of some sort. So we're threatening this one. Oh, I probably could have gone there right away. Okay, I might have messed up, but it's still fine. I think we're still winning. Because how do they stop this, right? Queen e7. No, then we have check. Sorry. Yeah, queen e7. Check here, check. We win. So, yeah, you can't stop it. Have to go queen e7. I go check. You have to go here. I go check. I win. That's it. That's it. We had to have some brilliant moves. Maybe bishop e5 was a brilliant. Hello, 2400. Did someone say that? It's coming. Okay, they're trying to run away, but I'm not going to let them do that. Oh, they wanted to check here. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, hold on. Yeah, this is the only thing I don't want to do. Let the queen come in like that. But now they can't stop this. Should be GG. Okay, if I trade this queen, I'm going to be able to win with my pawn for sure. So I think I should do that so there's no perpetual check shenanigans. And then This should definitely be an easy win. Just push the pawn. Like, what are they going to do? Can't stop this. Okay, just don't stalemate and we win. There we go. Don't stalemate. All right. Good game. Good game. Oh, no brilliant moves? Come on. Come on, man. Let's see why bishop takes e5 wasn't brilliant. They probably had some response to it. Let's see. What's up, Steven? Thanks. Thanks, man. See, look at this game review. Like, what's the deal? I don't know if it's... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it's so slow. There's too many brilliant moves. We got one. Yes. Wait, I gotta update it. 9 brilliant moves so far. Okay, what was it? Any guesses? It was bishop takes e5. Yes. Yes. Let's go. Okay, let's check this game. I had one mistake here on the chart. One mistake. Like, big mistake. b4 was a big mistake. What? I'm sorry. Stockfish is telling me the move and I still don't see it. Knight takes d5. I'm going to take it. What are you going to do? e4? I'm going to take it. Oh, I see it now. Wow. So you're threatening to pin my queen. And if I try to get away, you're going to go bishop f6. Hit the rook and the queen. That's wild. Okay. I mean, that's a lot to see. Okay. You didn't see it. And now the opportunity is gone. Okay. On we go. Interesting. Stockfish would have actually played knight e1 to defend with the queen and keep the knight over here instead of on h2. Okay. And then we get the h file. Yeah, that's great. Stockfish loves it. We take. We go here. Oh, brilliant. It wasn't even on the list initially. Okay, bishop e5. Of course, if they take this way, we have the discover check. So we can go in here and they have to move their king or something, and then we take their queen. So they had to take back this way, which allows me to force the bishop. I thought they were going to go back here. And then I think I was going to consider bishop c2, which Stockfish says is not the move. Because I wanted to go here. Stockfish said they have knight b6 and king e8, and they're fine. Wow, yeah, this was very complicated. So the winning move would have been queen e2, setting up the same kind of idea, but in a different way. Oh, and now you have bishop a6. Uh-huh. Okay, anyway, they decided to take. I took. And then, yeah, g5, I played the best move. That's the only move that keeps the attack going for me. And then, yeah, they fell for this. We took it. Yeah, g6 is fine. And sneaking in here with the rook. Cool. Great. Great, great, great. 2,400. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. I've played this so much. It's like the only thing I know how to play now. E5 and D5. I just have to pre-move it. That's all I can do. What's happening? GM Nigel Long doesn't want to play us. Doesn't want to play the elephant gambit. Ah. Okay. Are they going to reconnect? Doesn't look like it. Nope. Maybe. Maybe. I think it auto aborts, right? After a minute. Yeah. Okay. That was fun. Here we go. Here we go. Somebody who wants to face it. Okay, we might see a wasp. We need to see bishop c4, and we could see a wasp variation. Makes you wonder, like, what was the person like out in the jungle when they named this opening? Like, oh, there's an elephant, and I'm playing the elephant. Oh, there's a wasp. It's the wasp variation. Because usually they're named after like the people who played them, but I don't know about the elephant and the wasp. Queen H5. What? What? Hold on. Something about this move feels wrong. Okay, I think it's G6, Knight F6. Let's see. So here's the thing. Sometimes when you do this, you're hoping for this because if I take, you get my rook. And the other thing they're probably thinking is if I take here, they have a fork, right? But I'm guessing... Oh, no, I was going to say Knight F6, but there's a check. There's a check. So bishop E6, they still take my rook. Actually, maybe I messed up. Hold on, hold on. Maybe not. Let's see. Takes, check, queen E7, takes. I'm wondering if we can trap the queen, guys. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can we trap the queen? I really thought I could play knight f6, force them back, and then take their knight. I forgot about the check on e5. That's what I forgot about. You know, that being said, queen e5 check, bishop e6, knight takes h8, knight c6. That's, in all honesty, not an awful position for me. I mean, yeah, I'm down a rook, but I've got 3 pieces out. Their queen has to leave. I don't know where it's going to go. Alternatively, we go for this line and we try to trap it. So unlike something like d4, king f7, bishop g5 we have here, I don't think we can quite trap it. Man, this is so interesting. Bishop e6. I really like that line. I don't know. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, guys. Let's have some fun. Let's continue to have some fun. So they're gonna go queen e5 check. I'm gonna play bishop e6, and then just harass the queen as much as I can. That's the plan. I'm pretty sure queen h5 is not a move because I don't think I've seen that, which tells me I must have done something wrong because I don't think they're supposed to be able to do this. I mean, maybe just bishop e6, you know? Just nice and simple is the move. Anyway, here we are. So here we've got bishop b5 to worry about. So I'm thinking of knight to d7 instead. We're going to get the knight, so we're going to have some compensation for our rook. We're not just down a rook, like I said last time, same kind of idea. And we're going to get a whole bunch of development on the queen. A bunch of development and tempos on the queen. Yeah, I'm thinking we go bishop g7 now. Go ahead and get the knight back, and it also positions this in a very dangerous place for the white queen. Of course, if they want to take, they can, but I'll be happy to take with my king. Then my bishop's defended, which adds more power to the threat here. Bishop c4. Okay. Maybe knight c5 is interesting. What to do, guys? What to do? Queen e7 also looks pretty good. So queen e7 takes. I do lose a pawn, though. Which I don't think it's a big deal. All right, let's go queen e7. We're going to sack everything this game. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to have to put the pressure on in the middle game, because in the end game, of course, we're going to be losing, because white's going to have the two rooks, obviously, to r1 rook, and once they develop their pieces and stuff. But the next, like, 5 moves is when we should really be able to put the pressure on, I think. So they're castled. So here's where we're going to target. I think we castle. So we can use the rook, and we launch the attack. They have all their pieces stuck over here. I'm actually very happy to see castle, because I think we can make use of this g-file. I think if they would have played like d3, developed these pieces, and castled the other way, would have been harder for us. But, okay, we got to make sure we get the knight, so I'll take that now, and recapture the bishop. You know I didn't just fall for scholars, mate. Yeah, no, I didn't. But kind of pretty similar. Okay, so this is a big deal. Oh, we can move our knight wherever we want. Oh. Yeah, let's go ahead. We got to attack. Now's the moment. Now is definitely the moment. We're not going to trade queens for sure. So here, checkmate. They're going to play h3. Now I have 2 moves coming to my mind. 1 and 2. This one looks good because you can't take me. Checkmate. The problem is I'm not exactly threatening anything. Check, you just move, I guess. This one, if you take me and I take back, bishop f4 is a problem. So that's why I think I need to do this one. Okay, let's hold on. Queen e6 would be annoying. Would be an annoying move, actually. Oh, I don't like queen e6 at all. Because then the queen is now defending. It's putting pressure. I don't think we want to let that happen. Okay, but how do we stop that? Oh, knight f2. Wait a second. Knight f2. If you take with the rook, queen check picks up the bishop and pins. Knight f2, guys. If the king takes, I mean, come on. I must have some checkmate somehow, some way. Ooh. And that actually comes with a decent threat of sacking and just obliterating the king side. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Rook takes, queen comes down. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this. I should have mentioned this. If they go rook f1, we do have bishop d4 check. And you have to leave and I take your rook. You can't block. So that's the idea with queen d1. So that's a good one, I think. Because now I don't know if you have time for queen e6. Because then maybe I start taking stuff here or something. I'm not sure. Or even rook e8 is maybe an option. Oh yeah, this might be a killer. Okay. Bishop e3. So probably we just obliterate this king side. Any other moves that I should consider? No. It's got to be this one. And I guess I'll take this guy. So threatens the bishop. Oh, we're coming for the king. The only problem is this queen. That's the only problem. I have a guaranteed perpetual if I want it. Check bishop e5, checkmate. How do you stop that actually? Or I go here first, setting it up. Let's see. That's really good. Although rook f2, hold on. So bishop e5, rook f2 check. You go here. I go check. That's checkmate. I'm gonna do it. I just saw that. Okay. Yeah, this looks really dangerous for white. Too bad this annoying queen is controlling this square. It would be even better. Oh, he fell for it. Check. Oh, maybe he wants to go king f1. I didn't think about king f1. Uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't have rushed it. Yeah, he does. Uh-oh. Well, hold on. We still have a good attack. Hold on. Let me go here. Because I don't want to get super low on time and then not be able to find it later. So I'm trying to move a little bit quickly, but maybe I should have slowed down. Yeah, I wonder. Wonder if I had a better move here. Well, anyway. So this is a threat. Maybe knight f6 would be good. But you can't really do your knight because of, but my rook. Ah. So what's going on exactly? Well, everything is sort of defended, but he could sack, but then he loses the bishop. There's also this threat lurking in the position now that my rook is defended. I have to watch out for the back. I mean, this is... There is a lot to be worried about in this position for both sides, really. And I'm also down a rook, so there's that little detail. But the time is a big issue as well. I need to move faster. Knight c4, check. King goes here. I take the rook. I don't know if that's good enough. Oh, you know what? Knight c4, knight e4. Takes me, though. This is crazy. Rook e8 might be a move. This is so crazy. Check, check. We could try to chase him down that way. I mean, okay, he's going to go for that. So, okay, we're down a piece now instead of a rook. I'd like to get, I think, b6 in here for my king to have somewhere to go. We have Harry over here. We sort of have an attack on his king, kind of. So I'm attacking the knight. Trying to take this next. Okay, everything's defended. Still want to play b6. I still want to play... Ooh, bishop c3. What? Okay, we can't take it. Now we can. Queen there might be a cool tactic. So we're even material, but our king is safer. No, we lost the bishop. I didn't see that. Ah, kidding me? Oh, no! Not like this. Not like this. Ah! Ah! Come on. It's never fun losing, but sometimes it just hurts more. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe that happened. I had such a fortress. As long as I don't blunder my queen, I was going to flag that guy. And I should have won from the position even before that. Ah. So upset. I am so upset. Two brilliant moves. Okay. Man. I told you guys queen h5 was a bad move. And it was bishop e6. Which I realized after the fact. Just bishop e6. But, I mean, I didn't completely hate my position, even though Stockfish says it's no good. I didn't really mind it. We got a nice attack. Queen h5. Oh, and I found it. That was the first brilliant move. Knight takes f2. Okay. And I'm winning. And then again, two brilliant moves with the knight. Okay, so how did we not win? I think I just rushed it, right? I just rushed it. Yes. I should have gone with the check first. Then bishop e5. He's going to play rook f2 to stop this. Oh, knight c5. I'm sure I would have found this. If I got to this position, I'm sure I would have found this. That's easy. You hit the queen. You stop him from going here. You have checkmate coming. That's it. The game should have been over. And I know this, guy. I'll tell you. When you're hunting a king, the number one thing that you do not want to let happen is let the king run away. Like this. Run away. Because as soon as it runs away, it's harder to checkmate it. You want to keep it cut off in a good section of the board where you can deliver checkmate, which I had. Queen g3. It's literally stuck in the corner. I have a queen, I have a rook, I have a knight, I have a, like, it's going to get checkmated. And I know that. I just rushed it. Oh, it's so frustrating. Still, totally winning. That was losing. I needed to see knight c5 here. I needed to see knight c5 here to let the rook in. And instead, I was counting on rook g2 checkmate. And I forgot they can just move their king. All right, so now we get this crazy game. And then they messed up here because they let me do this. And then they missed something else here, right? This one. So I'm just Wow, that was the best move. Wow. Okay, well, whatever. B6. I feel like I'm coming back. Then they blunder this. This should have been a brilliant move. Like, this is the best tactic here. But the point is that the bishop is needed to defend the rook, but it has to take my rook because the king can't because the queen. So essentially, I'm getting a knight and a rook for the rook. So now it's just even, and I was coming back on time. I can't believe I did this. Oh, I didn't see queen g4. Wait, why is that so good for me? Because then I can take the pawn here. Yeah, I was worried about this. I should have just kept attacking. Like, I didn't need to panic, and I sort of panicked. Lost the bishop, and then even here, I'm going to flag this guy if I don't blunder the queen. I'm just... Even if I just take it and push my pawns. Like, I'm going to be fine, you know? I think I missed a super chat, didn't I? How would you train if you had to start over? What level chess bots would you suggest I try with? Rated 1280 at the moment. So I never really played against bots growing up. I did have the electronic computer set, but I tried to play against people. I just went to tournaments. I just felt like people play differently than the bots do. That being said, I wouldn't worry so much about the rating that you're playing against. I would just try to improve at every area of the game. So like if you don't know any openings, learn a couple of openings. If you don't know any basic endings, learn a couple of basic endings. Get an endgame book or something, or watch the Capablanca endgame series. Tactics, like make sure you're sharp on your tactics. So you just kind of keep chipping away at each phase of the game. That's how I would approach it. Oh, that was brutal, guys. That was so brutal. We lost 9 points. Oh. Now I have to like try to not be tilted. All right, what do we want to see? Another Ponziani? King's Gambit? Danish Gambit? What do we want, guys? Go for scholars, mate. I could play Bishop Z4. Bishop's opening. All right, let's go for the Bishop's opening. I haven't played this in a while. So on knight f6, yeah, this is the interesting one. You could play d4. The Urasov Gambit, although chess.com calls it the Ponziani Gambit. I thought it was anyway. Yeah, what you do here is you give them another pawn. You just develop as quick as you can. And they're supposed to take it, actually. I think. Then we come out with the queen. Yeah, those positions are pretty fun for white. This one... So this is like transposing to a Scotch Gambit. Yeah. What's the move here? I think c3 is pretty good. e5, let's see. You always want to consider e5, but there's d5. Castling is another option. Yeah, we could castle. Let's castle. Oh, I can't get that last game out of my mind. Okay, so we're going to do the main line here, I guess. Oh, I could try the Nachmanson Gambit. The problem is nobody accepts it. That's the problem. Nobody accepts it. Let's try it. Nachmanson Gambit. We're hoping that they take this with the pawn. They're not going to. They're going to take it with the knight. I can tell you. See? Yeah. That's the problem when you play against these higher rated players. They just take all the fun out of everything. Okay. Too bad. Too bad. What's happening now? Check, I guess. I think I just go back. Yeah, see, this is the thing. You when you play Knockouts in Gambit, if they don't accept it and they just take with the knight, you're left with this position. You're in this position where it's like you're just down a pawn. So that's the kind of the issue. Surprised Nelson didn't recommend breaking 1500. Oh yeah, that's a good point. If you're 1280, yeah, you're like the perfect candidate for breaking 1500, which is my course. If you haven't checked it out, thanks for reminding me. Sometimes I forget these things when I'm so tilted in the last game. Okay. I guess we just defend. I don't know. I mean, this position's not all bad for us. Like, we do have the B file. We can play rook B1. We can maybe get the bishop pair here. Nope, he goes back. Okay. We'll go rook B1. Try to create a weakness. Maybe this is weak now. Let's attack the rook. Okay, bishop B5 might be something. But we're just trying to take advantage of a little pin. Yeah, bishop D7. I guess we just keep piling on. See what happens. This is a good theme, recovering from tilt. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like you can't even enjoy the two brilliant moves, you know? It just gets overshadowed. That's the sad part. Next video should be how to recover from being tilted. Yeah, except I haven't figured that out yet, so I can't make that video. So hold up. If I take, they can't take with the bishop. Hold up. No, they're going to take with the knight. This move just looks so questionable. We take, they have to take with the queen. We could play rook e1. They're going to move. I guess we don't have anything. That is amazing. We're so close to having something. It's just we don't. I mean, at least I get the file. That's something. Okay, they go back. Yeah, so, Yeah, man. I'm thinking about just taking and going queen c6. Let's see how he's going to deal with that easily. Because my queen's real annoying here. I'm hitting the pawn, I'm hitting the rook, I'm hitting this, I'm hitting the knight. Oh, knight f8 is how you deal with that. Yeah, I guess you could do that. All right, let's try to come in with the knight, I guess. I mean, it feels like we have a decent position. I feel like I have a crick in my neck. I think it's from the last game I just played. Not even kidding. I'm trying to set up some fancy tactics here. I'll be right back. G6. G6. Okay, so if we take the knight, what happens? If the queen takes, I take this pawn. If the king takes, I have a fork. Yep, looks good enough for me. Let's go. Looks good enough for me. Because if I win this pawn, then I'm happy with that endgame because my rook's more active, my queen's active, even material. Did he blunder? King G7, I take the bishop. You can't take back because you lose your rook? Oh! Yes. We need... You guys have no idea. You have no idea how much I needed that one. After the last game, I just needed something. Okay, okay. That's good. That was much needed. Much needed win right there. The game review is at 2%. What is happening? You guys see what I'm talking about? Oh, there it is. 22%. It's too many brilliant moves. It can't compute. Knight B8 was brilliant. Was it really? He played Knight B8 was really brilliant? No, seriously? It was. Knight B8 is brilliant. Wow. And then he just blundered and I saw it. I did see it. So the problem is you got to defend the bishop because it's attacked twice now. But you can't just recapture because the queen is defending. And that's it. That's it. Okay. Let's go. Elephant Gambit. Pre-move time. It's so common. It's just so common. I'll even pre-move this push. That's a safe one. That's a safe pre-move. This is a usually pretty safe pre-move, but yeah. Sometimes they move the knight and you want to take the pawn. Here we go bishop e7 and castle. And we take back, and then we have the open e-file to work with if they want to capture there. They're not going to take it probably. That's the point. In case they do, we'll be ready. So my initial reaction is rook e8 looks really dangerous. I guess he's going to go d4 or d3 and then try to put the bishop there. Let's just say for sake of example, d4. I move the bishop somewhere. You block. I take here. I'm threatening this. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Alternatively, I take this first. No, then you take, and I'm in trouble. All right, let's go this way. So I think he's going to move his pawn. But I kind of like this and this. You could castle. No, but then your king's going to get in. No, he's not going to do that. So. Whoa. What? Queen d3? What? So, okay, he's basically saying you have nowhere good to move your bishop. I'm just going to play bishop e2 and castle. Huh. That's fascinating, isn't it? So, okay, what are my options then? What are my options here, guys? Bishop c5, bishop e2, knight g4, he castles. Bishop c5, bishop e2, we take, check. We jump in. He has to move probably back somewhere. I guess you could think about coming up here if you're crazy. Let's just say he went maybe, which one? F1 or G1? So my knight's on G4, his bishop's on E2, and I'm missing a piece. No, I don't like it. I mean, I don't know. I thought I could go bishop b4 and take this. He takes back and I take here. Then he's going to castle. Ah, what if I go b6? The idea of bishop a6 could be pretty annoying. Aha. Maybe that's the way to do it. That's exactly what I'm going to do. That is exactly what I'm going to do, guys. Because you don't really want to play knight b5 to block me, because then your pawn is weak and I take it. And I can play c6 to make you leave. And if you go there now, your queen doesn't have a lot of good squares. Yeah, your queen doesn't have a lot of good squares. You don't really want to go on the e-file and get hit with the rook. So you're going either here or here, but here you're getting hit with the bishop. I guess you're going here. But then your bishop gets captured, and then this unleashes, and I don't think white likes their position anymore. So I think this is pretty smart, actually. It's one of those rare situations, right, where you don't usually think about developing your bishop here, but he's got his queen in a weird spot too, right? And it's very clear what he wants to do. So I think it makes sense. But this is always is going to be an awkward move because if you ever block your pawn, it just makes it so hard to develop your pieces, right? That's why the queen on d3 just looks so weird to me. Yeah, he's going to go for it. All right, well, let's do this. Only thing that makes sense. He does play there. Okay, hold on. So let's see. We need to consider c6 right away. Because if this works, we might just win material. So c6, we take. He's got to take with the bishop. Then we can throw in the check. He just moves. If we take with the knight, now we're threatening c6. Yeah, that's got to be the best. I don't think he has time to castle because c6 just wins the knight, right? Even though if you try to play c4, I can always throw in a... Oh, could you play c4? Oh, actually... No. If you castle, you can't because I have knight f4. So, okay, here's what's going on, guys. If you castle and I play c6, I'm threatening to take your knight. You can't move your knight because you're queen. So if you play c4 thinking, okay, you take my knight, I'll take your knight, and we trade, I'm going to play knight f4. And if you try to trade queens, I'm going to throw in this check. You have to move. So he's going to do it first. Oh, interesting. He's going to do it before castling. Hold up here, guys. There's got to be a way to make this work. There's got to be a way to make this work. So knight f4 seems to be the move I want to play. He's going to take my queen. I'm going to take his queen. At that moment in time, I'm threatening this. I could also throw in this trade first if it helps things. Knight f4. He takes me. I take with the bishop to unleash the rook. So we've got the rook and the knight hitting the bishop. Does he have any way to save it? Knight to g1 looks awful. I guess you could play it, but it looks awful. Knight to d4. We attack the knight. Maybe he has g3 or some craziness. No, it should be good for me. So the question is, does trading here help me or not? I think I should throw in the trade. Wait a second. He also has queen d5 if I try to do that. Queen d5 takes. Bishop moves, hitting this that way. That also looks very good for me. Let's go. Let's go. I think we got it. I think we got it. I'm hoping that I'll see the continuation once we get going down this line. Because sometimes it gets a little foggy, you know, but after you play the first couple moves, you start, oh yeah, I see, like the rest of it. That's what I'm feeling is going to happen here. Pretty sure this is going to work out for me though. Knight f4. He's going to take my bishop, I believe. I'm going to go knight f4. He's going to go here. I'm going to take with the bishop. then he's probably going to have to play knight g1 or knight d4. Knight d4 I don't believe works. I think I've got some tricks up my sleeve. Knight g1 just is an all-around awful looking move, and we should be in a good position. Hope chess. No, it's not hope chess. It's it's like if you can't quite calculate everything, but you can calculate enough, and then you sort of go on your instincts a little bit. It's hard to explain. Hope chess is like you're gonna make a threat, but you see that he's got a easy solution, and you hope he doesn't see it. Right? That's different. This is like I'm feeling like there's a win. I just have to find the details once we get So this is the position, and in my mind, I'm thinking bishop here. So what's the point? Well, we're going to just take a free knight. But if he moves his knight, we're going to take the bishop. So the only move that would probably make sense for him would be g3, hoping for a trade. So on g3, I just have to come up with the solution, which is knight to d3 check. You can't take me. You have to move. I take you here. Your knight is still hanging. Yeah, we win. We win. Okay, g3. Check. King f1. Takes. The reason we win is because when we take here, he's got a problem. You either have to recapture so you don't lose a piece that way, or you have to save your knight, but you can't do both. Okay, so he takes back, but now his knight is mine. Oh, bishop f3. I did not see bishop f3. Oh. Wow. That might even be better than bishop f3. Dude. Can't believe I didn't see this. Unbelievable. Okay, the problem is he's going to trap my rook. The other problem is my knight cannot move to save my rook. So we've got to get rid of this guy. So this is probably the only move. We have to get rid of this guy right away. Okay. So let's just say I go here, he goes there, I go here. He takes it, doesn't he? Man. A6. Maybe a6, because then if you go bishop f3, I take. You take, I can play rook a7. Okay, I gotta go. I'm gonna get too low on time. I think this works. And of course, if you take me, then I take here. Oh, if you do this, I did not consider. Wow, I guess I have to go rook f8. That's an ugly move to have to play. But we're close. We're close to getting this knight out of here. We're really close. If he takes, I think we just take and we're happy. If he goes here, I'm just going to move my bishop and hit the rook. And then we take. If he goes a4, I'm going to take, and then we have a check maybe, or he does take. Okay. Actually, I could even just play knight d7, right? Just get it out of there right away. Yes. Okay. We do lose some pawns, but now we can use our knight. So we're going to have to clean up all these pawns. It's not over yet. But he's got... let's centralize the bishop here. Let's fight for the file. Fight for the file. Okay. Need to force some trades or win some of these pawns or something. Let's go here. Okay, I think we're winning one pawn. Rook here. We're going to go king there. We don't want to let the rook in. We're going to try to take the pawn. Let's not let him come in here. It's fine. Very good. No, not like this. Oh. Can't win because I ran out of pawns. The time was, I was too low on time. I needed more time to think about that. We should have won that game. We should have won that game. Man. I underestimated that bishop trapping my rook, and his rook was going to be so strong. Maybe I had a better line or something. Yeah, we were like totally winning here. Look at this. Let's see what we could have done. Okay, b6 was the second move. Knight a6. So Stockfish wants me to go here. That's genius, actually, because if he continues with his plan, you force the queen off of this, and you just jump in that way. And if he wastes time to stop you, well, you just take that pawn, and then you go there anyway. Wow. Okay, I didn't see that. So I played the best move, c4. Okay, so for some reason it's better to go with the knight first. Why? Why is this better? Now take it? I don't. Not sure what the difference is. Because he has knight g1 in this line, and I guess he doesn't have knight g1 in the other line. Oh, but here I missed the best way. Bishop f6 was the second move. Rook e4. Because now if you try g3, I just take this. Oh yeah, king f1 actually. I just take this. So we defend our knight, and he never gets all that counterplay with his rook and his bishop. But the way I did it, he gets a ton of counterplay that I completely... By the way, rook c7 was the best move, better than bishop f3. I completely under... Because bishop f3, I just move here. Yeah, you get a rook, but I'm going to have a knight and a bishop against the, you know, this and be fine. But rook takes c7, whew. Bishop e5, he goes here. a6, bishop c4. I just needed more time. But it illustrates a very important endgame principle. When you're down, if you can trade all the pawns, you might still get away with the draw. That's exactly what he did. He realized if you can just force these pawns to get traded, the extra bishop is not going to be enough. And that's what I didn't have enough time to figure out how to prevent, right? And so even though here it looks good for me, I can't stop this trade. If I could keep this pawn alive somehow, I would win. Like if he, for example, went here, see that? Totally winning for me. But as soon as the pawn gets traded, I have no way to checkmate him now. Okay. What are you guys feeling? Ponziani again? King's Gambit? Bishop's opening? What do we want? Danish Gambit? What's the deal? We got... I'm giving you 4 options again. King's Gambit. King's Gambit. I see a bunch of King's Gambit this time. The London ship has sailed, my friend. Okay, lots of King's Gambit. All right, here we go. King's Gambit. So the King's Gambit... wow, they're going for this line. Okay. So this is not a problem for us. We have g3. This line is like basically saying, yeah, but you created some weaknesses here, and now I'm going to hit you from a different angle. It's a kind of a weird one. I used to play this as black sometimes. I don't think it's very good, but it's kind of like takes white out of their comfort zone. So yeah, what's the move here? Let me think about this. I kind of feel like just playing knight f3 and then knight c3 would be a smart thing. Although then I don't know if I get hit with d5 in some cases. What happens if I take it? Queen's going to take. I play knight f3. Queen's going to take it. That's kind of awkward. I think we got to get the knight on c3, definitely. Yeah, let's go knight c3. I'm going to go knight c3 and maybe like d4. And I'm not worried about this. Like, I just want to get a quick center. I want to get my pieces out. If they want to take a bunch of pawns, like, fine. Take all my pawns. In fact, I will say, take another pawn. Let's go knight f3. Take all my pawns. I don't really care. Take them all. Look at my center. Look at my knights. Look at this. Like, what is happening here? Yeah, at some point you have to try to do something with some of your pieces. Probably just push by. Won't be threatening this. Yeah, let's just push. So that gets rid of the weakness. Also creates a threat. Probably going to play c6 or something, but then I'm just going to keep developing. Maybe even... Yeah, maybe just here. Let's see, bishop g5. I want to get my king castled the other way. Let's go bishop f4. And then maybe queen d2 and castle. Like, even though I'm down on these pawns, you have to remember I have open files that I can attack with, right? That's the nice thing. Not to mention, black still has not developed a single piece. So there's that. Let's see, bishop g2, bishop e2. Let's go bishop g2, so it's defended. I want to put my queen on d2 and castle. Bishop wasn't going anywhere here. Maybe d3 would have, but this seems like okay. Setting up for a potential sack. Okay, I don't think I want to let the knight come in, so let's go queen d3. So we stop the knight, and we're getting ready, like I said, to castle. Now, really, now that I'm looking at this, I really could castle either way. And that might sound crazy to you guys, but if I castle this way and they take, and I put my king in the corner, that pawn kind of acts as a shield for my king. It's a funny thing, but in chess, you're not allowed to take your own pieces. I don't know if you guys knew that. So if this pawn is here, black can't checkmate me on h2 because they can't take the pawn. Now that's going to force me to probably recapture, but... yeah, so we'll take there and we'll take back here. If she takes a shot at the king, she must not miss. Yeah, something like that. So, and by the way, when you're playing the King's Gambit, you always have to watch out for this. But I've got it covered with both of these pieces, so we're good. We're good there. Yeah, I think maybe now's the time. Castle this way. Alternatively, let's see. Knight g5. No, I want to get the king out of the center. Let's go. Let's go. I really want to play knight g5. Is that wild? So knight g5, and then I want to sack my bishop. I want to jump in here. The queen's got to move. You can't move there. No, 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 no. So the queen would be essentially trapped. Has to go back. And then what I want to do is... what? Something like... I want to move my queen or my rook somewhere. I'm going to do it. I can't pass up this moment. I'm sorry, guys. Let's go. If you're going to play the King's Gambit, then play the King's Gambit. Am I right? You have to just be willing. Pieces don't matter when you play the King's Gambit. They don't matter. You checkmate the king. That's it. Please, beg you, take my rook. Take the free rook. Because here's the thing. If I am able to do this and this and this, and I'm able to force this queen back, the best thing about that is that now the king can't castle. The king is stuck. I have a clear target. It's stuck in the middle. I'm down a rook. Who cares? I'm going to checkmate the king. It doesn't matter, right? That's how you have to have that mindset when you play the King's Gambit. If you can't get into that mindset, you probably shouldn't play the King's Gambit. Also, you have to be pretty good with tactics, because if you can't see some of these tactical things, like for example, takes, I'm hitting the queen. If the queen moves here, I have a fork. Well, actually, I forgot about the knight. But like, those are the kind of tactics you need to be able to see quickly, right? I mean, I don't even know if this... oh, yes. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Just sacking everything. We're just sacking everything. Here we go. Here we go. Now this feels like a King's Gambit game. This is good. This is good. Okay, so they take everything. I guess Queen D8 only move now. And this is the position where I really wasn't sure what my next move was going to be in my mind earlier. But we have to find the best move here. This one, we could play it slow and just take this back with the rook. We could try here to pin the knight, because then knight f6 is a big deal, but they can easily deal with that. So that's probably not the move. We can take this, threatening to go here with check. Takes. The queen sacks, the rook might come down, but then we would have this fort. Wow, that's a wild thought. So that's one idea, or maybe just take with the rook first. Can we checkmate with the two knights and the queen? Probably. We could also go, let's just say here. Ooh, oh, queen c4 is nasty. So we're threatening this one, but we're also threatening, if you play like rook c8, to go there and checkmate. Although the queen can take. Check, the king moves. That's not checkmate. Oh, it is checkmate. It is checkmate. Oh, dude, queen c4 might be the best move. That is such a nasty threat to deal with. How do you stop that? How in the world do you stop that? I'm going to do it. Hope I'm not missing something. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Guys, this is very hard to stop. I'm going to move my knight with check, and I'm going to go for the scholar's mate, essentially. Checkmate with the queen and the knight. And how is black going to deal with that? You can't defend this, because your queen can't go there. This bishop is not going to be able to. The rook can't. So if you can't defend... Oh. If the rook takes, it's checkmate. If the queen takes, it's checkmate. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. I am so glad that you guys are here to witness this moment. Yes. Yes. Let's go. Okay, I'm really excited about this. I'm really excited about this. How many brilliant moves do you think we had this game? Yes. Yes. Only one? All right. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. Oh. Now that was fun. That's when chess is fun. Well, we have to thank our opponent for at least being willing to accept some of the sacrifices, right? There's too many people who are like, nope, I don't want to take any sacrifices. So thanks to the opponent, Mighty Pawns Chess. Come on, Stockfish. I know there was a lot of brilliant happening there, but you can do it. Okay, only one brilliant according to Stockfish, which, all right, it's something. I'm going to update the counter here. All right, let's see. Oh, man, what a game. Okay, so they played this line, G3. Knight C3. Stockfish likes Knight C3 and D4. Yeah, Stockfish says this is the way. Oh, no. Stockfish says take it back now. Yeah, Stockfish wanted me to take the pawn back for some reason. Okay, finally we do this. We castle. Let's see. So it doesn't... Excuse me. It doesn't like knight to G5. It wanted me to go bishop H3 and get rid of this bishop. So what's the deal? Yeah, Stockfish says that's the best move. It does like bishop takes D5. That's not a brilliant move. Come on, chess.com. What's up with that? Anyway, and now we're winning. Yeah, we're winning after this. Wow. So here, wow, black needed to castle and give me this fork, take here, and then play bishop h5. That's what Stockfish says. And then allow me to do this and play queen e6, only move, and then bishop c5. What? Oh, because you're going to take the knight. I mean, yeah, good luck finding any of that in a game. Anyway, they took, I took. Best move, queen c4. Yes! Best move was queen c4. And then we have a forced checkmate. So that's the brilliant. So if they take with the rook, instantly checkmate. And then if they take with the queen, check and mate. Which is a kind of a nice one. Mate with the fork. It's pretty good. Pretty good. So that's what I was saying. You have to be able to like see some of these tactics if you're going to play this way. Because if you just give up all your pieces and you like don't capitalize on it, you know, it's not going to end well, right? But I mean, I'm curious about rook takes h7. Like that was the other move I was considering. No, Stockfish is like no, because they just take you here, and you can't take with the queen because you get pinned. So you have to take with the king, but then they get to kind of attack you. And apparently this is good for black. Yeah, black is actually getting a lot of counterplay. And I'm not getting checkmate. So I had to find queen c4. That was an important move. Queen c4 was very clutch. Ah, what a game. What a game. Man. That was great. Whoever suggested King's Gambit, way to go. Good choice. That was 18 moves, by the way. We won in 18 moves with the King's Gambit. Very good. All right, here we go. What is this? Have we played Elephant Gambit like every game with black? This is funny. Every single game, I think, right? See, nobody really plays the Elephant Gambit at the higher levels. So, okay, they do go with the knight. So this one I think we take and hit the knight. And here... yeah, let's just develop the knight. Put the queen right smack dab in the middle. 1 second, guys. I need a cough drop. These are ginger ones. They have ginger root like in them. It's awesome. Try not to make weird noises. Okay. I want to play bishop d6 and get ready for the castling. But I'm worried about knight b5. Yeah, so I'm just going to wait. Let him castle and then I'll go there. And the thing is, now knight b5 doesn't work. We just checkmate. So you have to play g3. Very weakening move. You play h3, so they were concerned with something here? I mean, I don't really know. Probably just develop the bishop somewhere. Get ready to castle. Throw the pawns. Checkmate the king. I mean, I'm assuming white wants to do this. But once we get castled, the nice thing is where I have the queen here, we have the rook here. So that's pretty good. See you later, Wadi. Thanks for being here. Oh, guys, I just realized something. We have 12 brilliant moves, and it's January 13th. If I get one more, we're on track for one brilliant move every day of 2026. That's my goal. 365 brilliant moves in 2026. Okay, we've really got him thinking, and I think it's because they really want a castle, but they really don't want a castle because after queen bishop d6, the queen's coming to h2. So you can see this. It's awkward because there's no knight on f3 to prevent all of this stuff, right? The knight has been chased over here where it's like, what is it even doing there? So that's the problem for white. And then if you, of course, push this, you have to be careful about this and about my rook. Okay, they do. I'm going to take it. That's a no-brainer for me. Like, that's got to be the move. So unfortunately, we can't castle. You're not allowed to castle through check in chess. But I can play rook d8 or knight b4. So let's think. Knight b4. We want to get the fork. So queen check. We take. They take check. We play c6. They go back to d3. That's okay, but it's not amazing. So I think we should start with the rook. Get the queen out of there. And then maybe we follow up. Yeah, maybe now I can go knight b4. Oh no, my queen is hanging. It's almost checkmate, but it's not. Yeah, maybe this is a good idea for them. I'm just thinking if I do this, like what happens? I guess they can just defend. So what are my options? Options are bishop b4, takes. Play that position. Or try to keep the queens on the board. But where? Here? No, I probably need to play bishop b4, unfortunately. I really didn't want to trade queens, but looks like I have to do it. Okay, my brain is like telling me think about this because if the king takes, we can jump in with the knight and get a really nice attack going. But the problem is the knight could take, actually. So we can't do that. I'm probably just going to castle. This is actually a pretty boring and relatively equal game, which I don't like. But Sometimes you get the brilliant King's Gambit games, and sometimes you get these ones. The problem is there's no imbalance in the pawn structure, right? Like it's exactly identical. And so it's very difficult to create anything, right? Especially if white's going to castle and then get their rooks in the center to kind of like counter my rook. Like there's just not going to be much I can do. Which is not the situation you want when you're playing against a lower rated opponent. Against a higher rated opponent, that's probably fine. But here, yeah, this is not ideal for me. Okay, now maybe I can take here, create some doubled pawns. That might give me a little something to work with. If I take and they take, I take and they take. Yeah, then we got some doubled pawns. Okay, I like that. I don't like giving up my bishops, but I think it creates some sort of interesting dynamic. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's think about this. Rook e8, sack the bishop so we can go check. If the king moves here, we have a fork, so it's probably going to move to f1. Nope, it's not good enough to sack a piece. All right, so I'll save my bishop. I am threatening a tactic. See that, guys? We take the pawn. King has to take, and then we take the bishop. Well, the king doesn't have to take, but if it takes, take the bishop. If not, we just want a pawn. So that's a threat. They can't castle this way. So we take the bishop. If you castle this way, we take the pawn. Yeah, so we got a little something here now to work with. Looks like they didn't see this. Looks like they missed that one. Pretty much have to take, because if you go here, I'm taking your bishop anyway. If you go here, I'm going to go back, and that's bad. So I think they'll take it. Okay, so now the endgame is totally different. Now we have a very clear winnable advantage, right? 3 against 2. So now, trading to a king and pawn ending, I'm going to win. These 3 are never going to be able to get by. These 3 by themselves. These I can push with the help of my king, make a pass pawn. I'll sacrifice the pass pawn to lure the king here, while my king comes over here, takes all the pawns, and I win, right? That's the long-term basic strategy. So option 1, we bring the rook over and just keep control of the files, and we just trade a bunch of stuff. Option 2, I throw in this check, trade, and then try to take a pawn here. Option 3, we just take the pawn right away. The rook can't invade. Okay, I mean... Well, does my rook get trapped somehow? I don't think so. Alright, let's do it. I don't know. I kind of was feeling like I should just play the rook over. I hope that's not a move that I come to regret. Ooh, we have to at least consider this. Or this. Wow, okay, hold on. Option 1, let's start with the forcing moves. Check. If the king goes back, we win. If the king goes here, we win. If the king goes here, that looks very bad. So probably it's going to come up. I'd like to go here, but then we're losing this. Okay, so maybe we play c6. Yeah, let's play c6. So here's the thing with c6. If the knight takes this, the knight's going to get trapped. We can just come over and take it. Well, I guess technically we have to watch out for the back rank checkmate. But once we deal with that, we come over and take it. So I don't think he's going to take this. Maybe here. Yeah. I'm guessing I just push the pawn. It's kind of an annoying knight now. But I don't see how it's going to keep attacking me if I do this. Now, the annoying thing is I can't go rook e8 like I wanted to try to line up on this until we make the knight move. But I could go knight d5 now. Think about jumping in here or here. Maybe even rook d8 to tie up the rook to defend the knight. Also g6 and move my king up so we don't have any back rank mate problems. All of these are like things you want to think about. Basically, you want to come up with a list in your mind of like all the stuff that you would like to do. And then you want to prioritize it. Okay, what's the most important priority? Because you can only do one thing at a time, right? Yeah, g6 looks really good because we take away this from the knight. We never have to worry about back rank mate problems again. This is fine. It's defended very nicely. Yeah, I'm going to do g6. I think that's a very good move. There's so many tactics, right, that open up with back rank mate that, you know, just getting rid of that as an option is usually a really good thing. Okay, what's happening now? If I take... I think they blundered. I think I just take and go rook e8 and win a piece. Because I don't see... Oh, they have rook here maybe. But still, that's an awful position. We're going to just do it. That's a free piece. Only move I see is this, but now all your pieces are tied up and pinned every which way. Very bad situation for white. It's just a question of how do we keep piling on? Maybe knight d5, give him the pawn, and then knight f4. Yeah, and then they can't defend it anymore. The rook can't defend, can't defend. So that's it. We're going to win. Yeah, unless white can come up with some really clever way to save the bishop, I don't think they have anything. All right, so they go there. We'll continue with the plan. Knight's going to f4. Well, I guess they could try g3. I didn't think about g3. Well, we can't go here to attack it because of the rook. Okay, though they don't do it. And now we can win the bishop. Also a fork. Also have a fork. Okay, so the general principle is take the piece instead of the fork. But in this case, I think we can go there, take that, and then get the piece afterwards. So that's why I'm going to change my plan. And remember, this cannot happen. This cannot happen because it's pinned. So they do resign. Let's go game review. An exceptional fork. You must have been around for a while if you're saying exceptional fork. You guys remember that? It was like years ago. We played someone whose name was Exceptional Fork, I think. That was probably like, what, 2, 3, no, at least 2, maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. Just last year? Oh, I thought it was a long time ago. Oh. Okay, 91. Good game. We didn't really do anything too wrong. Let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. What do you guys... Oh, French? Oh, man. I guess it's got to be the Alpine Gambit. That's like the only thing that I can really do against the French. I'm surprised we haven't seen a Sicilian today. I had something special. But we're not going to get a chance, looks like. Thank you for all the videos. You're a terrible player, but you thoroughly enjoy the content. Hey, thanks a lot. We all had to start somewhere, right? Okay. I am super happy to see that they castled, because when they castle, we can very easily attack them. The fact that we are missing this pawn is great news for us, because we can come here and here and basically just checkmate the king, as you will see. I am predicting that this game will be over in, let's just say, 7 moves or less. Queen h4. So I have 6 moves left. Let's see if we can do it in 6 moves. Come on, Nelson. Let's go. The problem for them is it's such a hard threat to deal with, because I'm just going to go bishop g5, take your knight, checkmate. But h6 is bad. We sack our bishop. I mean, what else are they going to do? I don't know. I have a good feeling about this. Now, I have messed it up before. It gets a little complicated when you're going for the final blow, and I have messed it up before, so I'm going to try not to do that this game. Yeah, I think they're just now realizing, like, danger, danger, we're in a bad situation. Okay, so they go for g6. The drawback of g6 is the weakness here. So one way to exploit that would be bishop g5. However, I can also play knight g5. Going for this after we sack this. Let me think about this. I could throw in the bishop first, but I think that's actually in our way. I think I should just do this. Okay, so the nice thing about knight g5, obviously there's checkmate if the knight ever moves, but also we're opening up our rook. So we can sacrifice it and then checkmate. So black is going to what? Maybe try h5. What else can they try? Knight d7 to defend it, but then I'm probably just going to attack again, or maybe just sack and then bring the other rook over. And I have as many rooks as they have knights, so they're going to run out of knights. So you're going to have to play h5 probably at that point. h5 or knight h5. I mean, you have to stop checkmate. Like, that's pretty much it. It's got to be one of those moves. Okay, so they go for h5. So I really want to sack the rook. I really want to sack everything. I want to sack my bishop so I can jump in with my knight. I want to sack my knight first so I can jump in with my bishop. And I also want to sack this so I can play rook f1 and then just jump in with my knight. So we have to choose one because we can't sack everything at the same time. I mean, okay, let's try to here. They might even have some queen e7 shenanigans. But then bishop g5 would be good. So, okay, let's say they take. We take. What are they going to play? That's what I'm not sure. Like, what are they going to play? I don't know. Okay, that's why I'm not sure about that one. This one is pretty obvious. Rook f1, you have to move your queen. Where do you move your queen? No, no. No, no, no. You could go back this way, you could go to g7. You go to g7. Yeah, that's actually a good defensive square. So I don't think we want to play rook f6. Then the queen's a very good defender. So that leaves me with these options. So this one, this one, this one. The queen has to move, but you also want to defend your knight. So queen e7. Then when I take the rook and you recapture, your knight is going down as well. Ah, but we talked about this. Hold on. So let's think about this. Bishop g5, you take me, I take you. Man, this is very tricky. Ah, there's also knight f7. Wait a second. Knight f7 is a little different. Rook takes, the bishop comes in with a tempo. You don't want to go here because of the knight. So you go back. But then I have bishop g5. Let's say knight d7. Do we take here? What do we do? What's happening? What's happening, guys? I don't know. I don't know. Well, does he have some crazy bishop e7? He might even have some crazy bishop e7 stuff. There's also just like the slow, like just knight e4. Just go there and just take back. And no, I can't take back. No, we can't do that. Okay. There's also bishop g5. All right, we got to figure this out, guys. We got to figure this out. Let's go. Let's go. Knight f7 it is. I could be wrong, but I got to save some time for the next couple of moves. So we gotta make a decision. We're going with knight f7. Yeah, this will be a good one to check with Stockfish after. We'll see if it's right. I'm willing to bet it's one of those moves that I mentioned. It's either rook f6, knight e6, bishop g6, knight f7, like one of those four moves. I mean, this is probably also a good move too. Just get the rook there because it eliminates some of those problems we talked about. And then they're going to go knight d7, and then maybe then I sacrifice. But I don't know. Something about doing it when the knight is not developed yet just feels a bit more powerful. Well, that's what we're going to do. If they take with the king, I think we just win. Rook takes, queen takes, rook f1. Pins the queen. But I don't think they're doing that. They're going to take with the rook. And then I'm coming in. And I think they're going to go back. Oh, you know what? Bishop h6 might be a nice move there. Ah, okay. Bishop h6 would be a cool one. Bishop g5 also just taking and then taking. Yeah, we have some good follow-ups here. We have some good follow-ups. They're thinking a lot. I wonder what... I mean, it seems to me like they have to basically take with the rook, right? Is there another move? Is there another move they could play? I'm not sure. Maybe they're just trying to calculate what's going to happen after that, but it seems like this is a must-play move. Pretty sure I'm going to just do this. That seems like the way to go. Oh, there was that line that I talked about. Oh, yeah. Rook takes bishop e7. How about it? We could actually go bishop g5 there and be pretty happy, I think. Yeah. Okay. I really thought they would have taken this. I don't know what's going on. I guess they're just thinking about what's going to happen next. Okay, well, I'm sure I'm going to do this. Let's see. What else could they play? Rook g7. Okay, there we go. So here we go. They do go rook g7. So if I take, that's defended. At that moment, we're not even down a piece. Now, the only move would be bishop e7 we'd have to be careful about. But, like I said, bishop g5 should do it. Alternatively, we take with the queen. Takes. We go into this endgame where we're up a pawn. But then they have, let's see, knight d7. It's getting a little tricky. Knight f8. I'm going to have to sack. That's a little bit tricky, more tricky. I think we want to do this. And if bishop e7 or knight d7, we're going to play bishop g5. If they take, we take. Boom, boom, boom. Ah, wait a second. No, but if they take, then the bishop's hanging. Hold everything. I may have missed that detail. Wait a second. So if I take with the rook, bishop g5. Oh, no, but they can't because the queen would be under attack. Yeah, the queen would be under attack. Okay, let's go. Let's go. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go. Yeah, that's what I saw. It's always going to be wait a second, but there is this. That's fine. I go here. Okay, we're good. We're good. I think we're good. But what if they do bishop e7 now? Takes, check. What is going on in this game? Takes. No, they just take me. Oh, well, this... I thought I was happy about this. No? Am I not happy about this fork? Oh, now he wants bishop e7. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, I didn't see that. I did not see that. Wow. Well, That's a great move, isn't it? Man. What am I going to do? Here, takes. He's just taking me. I have a problem. I have a problem, guys. Rook F1. I didn't see that. That was wow, some great idea. Put the rook here, bring the knight, trade, then play bishop. I mean, I did not see that at all. Wow. Yeah, I think we might be in trouble. Okay. And then he's going to come down here. I missed that too. Yeah. I mean, I guess I messed it up somewhere along the way. Takes. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll be curious to see what Stockfish says about this. I feel like we had a win, but I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah. This is even though I get a queen, I'm going to be down a rook, so it doesn't mean anything. Should I even play this anymore? I'll let him do it. Let him do it. Yeah. Wow. I mean, that's very rare. I usually win those games, so I'm surprised. I'm pretty surprised. Let's see if Stockfish can tell me what the winning move was. I'm pretty sure we had a win. When he played G6 and H5, like, that's usually a bad position for black, but let's see. Let's see. If the game review will ever load. Yeah, we messed it up. We were kind of winning. Let's see when everything fell apart. So they kind of just played right into this. And then played a really bad move. And I should have played bishop g5. And I don't know why I changed my mind. I don't know why I changed my mind. And then knight e5. Yeah, I kind of think I knew this. I just forgot. Because they can't take with the knight. You take here. Yeah, I just forgot the winning line. And then this is not sound. Although, so rook g7. Knight d7. Takes and bishop. Wow, they found it. They just found everything. They found everything. Yeah. So, okay, the moral of the story is if they play g6, you have to play bishop g5. And then this one, I guess none of the sacrifices actually worked. I am surprised that they found the best way to defend. But okay, it's possible. Yeah. And that's unfortunate. Yeah, just bishop g5 and we win. Okay, we're going to see e5. Oh, c6. Okay. Okay, here we go. On Hennig again. Let's go. We'll go f3. So there's a trap on bishop. I was going to say there's a trap on bishop g4. There's two ways we could do it. We could take with the bishop first and then fork. Or we could go for the cheapo checkmate. This one looks cooler. The problem is they can play bishop e6. We take. It's still a very good position for us, but the game goes on. This one is a bit more powerful, I would say. Knight g5. And they lose the piece back, and their king is in big trouble. So we take here. Take back. Very common trap. 2,300 rated players fall for it from time to time. So h5, huh? I'm probably just going to sink my knight in the center. Yeah, let's do that. And then get ready to castle. Well, we could play knight g6. That's interesting. Let's see. Knight g6. They would have to go rook h7. Yeah, let's do that. And then I think I'll go queen e2. So quick, queen e2 threatens checkmate. That's a really cool checkmate. Not that easy to stop. Yeah, I think we should do it. I think we should do that. It's not that easy to stop. I guess they have to go king f7. Then I'm going to probably play knight f4. Okay, they do that. That's yeah, I guess that's another way to do it. Interesting. Okay, so I'll probably just go back with my knight. I could also go here. If they take, I take it. It's going to open up the f5. I mean, black's position is a mess. So let me not mess this up. Yeah, I think knight e5 looks good here. Because once we can clear this knight out of the way, and we get our rook on f1, black is trying to hold on for dear life. So we're going to take, and we're going to play e6. I think this is a good move because we stop this pawn, which means we lock in the bishop. Okay? We just lock that bishop in. Wow. What? What is this? They're like, my bishop's coming out, whether you like it or not. All right, I'm going to take the pawn. I think I'm going to take the pawn. Okay, so a weird position. So we could play like h4. I think I like. Otherwise, we have to defend the bishop or move the bishop. Yeah, I think we're going to go h4. This is defended. This is defended. I have options for castling. I think I'm going to go this way because I want the rook here, but this one might also be okay, although there's the c file. Looks kind of dangerous. Yeah. Dangerous. Let's play c3. So they want to go here and take my pawn. All right. So how do we deal with that? Well, we have to stop our queen from getting trapped. So let's castle. And then I think I see a move. Here. So we're threatening checkmate. So they're going to move their bishop. Then we go check, takes check. They move it here. We take. So that's definitely an option. We can also go to f2 and start pawn hunting. think I like f2. So let's go there. I expect bishop h6. They could also go to g7. Expect here. If I take, they have to take with the queen. If they take with the rook, they're going to get checkmated. They have to take with the queen. And then actually this looks good because we come in this way. Oh, you know what? In fact, I could set a little trap right now. If they take my bishop, they lose instantly. Oh, this guy has been falling for every trap the whole game. They lose instantly, I was going to say, because checkmate. Checkmate. We got him twice. Well, yeah, you could do that if you want, but it doesn't help you. It doesn't really help you. I mean, I guess technically it's not checkmate anymore, but it will be soon. Let's see. Here or the rook? Check here. Check. Check. I don't know. I guess we just do this. There's checkmate. There it is. Okay. I feel like I might have messed that up because it took longer than I thought it should have to win the game, but let's see. This will be interesting to see. And by the way, we got the brilliant move. This is like one of the easiest brilliant moves to get, by the way. Because when they play bishop g4, you just like, okay. Thank you. Yeah, okay, so there's the brilliant move. Let me update this. We got 13. We got 13! One brilliant move for every day. Let's go. Okay, let's see what's going on. So they fell for the trap. You can also go 95, sack your queen, and checkmate. But like I said during the game, they don't have to do that. They can play bishop e6. And then you got to play this position, which is still very good for us. Don't get me wrong. But it's not over yet. This one generally is a bit more powerful. So I played the best move. I should have gone queen d3. So instead of threatening checkmate here, we threatened this. Which is still going to lead to checkmate. If they block, we take. If they block, we can take. Interesting, but I guess it's a better square for the queen because it defends more stuff. Ah, okay. Interesting, okay. And then this was fine. That was my big mistake. I should have played knight e4. Keep the knight on the board because it has a really great square on g5. Oh, that's the idea. Yeah, you've got this. You're going to castle. The rook's coming in. Okay. And then they just fell right for my trap. It's a forced mate. Okay. Cool. Let me see, guys. I think we're 2,400. We've got 13 brilliant moves. Should we stop here? Or should we play one last game? What do you guys think? I think we should stop here. I'm kind of feeling myself getting tired. Yeah, leave on a win. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Leave on a win. Leave above 2,400. Leave with 13 brilliant moves. Yeah, let's call it here. I am going to be streaming tomorrow again. I'm going to try to do Tuesday night, Wednesday like afternoon, kind of more regularly. So turn on your notifications for the channel if you don't want to miss it. We had some amazing games. if you're just joining now, like you need to go see some of the games. We had some really good games tonight. Thank you guys. Best game was that King's Gambit one for sure in my mind. But hope you learned something. Appreciate everybody. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. And yeah. See if we can keep up the brilliant moves. 365 for the year. Let's go. Thanks, Steven. Have a good night. Thanks for being here.